All right, hello, everyone. What is going on? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. We are back yet again for Game 2 of this doubleheader here on the channel. It is between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. And we have an injury here to start this one off. Ryan Poehling is down on the ground. Hopefully he's okay. Trainer comes out to take a look after he was hit down low. Hopefully he's okay. Never wished for an injury there whatsoever. Everybody who's coming in, welcome. Good to see you all. Joining us here on the wonderful commentary. Coverage begins in just a moment. Currently updating the video settings and such. That is good. That is good. That is good. Perfect. All right. Let me update the actual clock itself. Exactly 11 minutes to go in the opening period. Shots are even at 4 apiece. Ryan Poehling is down on the ice. He is injured. Hopefully Poehling is okay. Just getting everything I need to get here to get ready for this one. What's going on, guys? Everyone coming to the commentary. Welcome. Good to see you all here. As you all start pouring in, I will change the jerseys in a moment. I will change the jerseys in a second. All right, perfect. All right, we are essentially ready to go. How's everyone doing? Good to see you all coming in here. Sorry we started this game a little bit later. That's because of Montreal and Buffalo going as long as it did. Referees are taking a look at this. I think they're reviewing for a major penalty. Doesn't always mean it's going to be a major, though, when judging by all the calls in these playoffs. It's likely not going to be. All right, I see Renee in the chat. Hugh is here. What's going on, guys? Good to see you all here. KFB's here as well. Working OT today. I guess so. Maybe we will get some overtime. Wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all. Thank you, Todd. Referees are taking a look at this here for a major penalty. All right. They take off the headsets. Here's the official call on the Poehling play. Oh, man. They give Brayden McNabb a 5-minute major for interference. We come into the game. There's an injury on Poehling. McNabb will get a 5-minute penalty for interference. And Anaheim's going to get a 5-minute power play. That's the first I've seen in these playoffs, I'm pretty sure. What's up, Davey? How we doing? John is here as well. What's going on, man? Oh, boy. We have a 5-minute Anaheim power play coming up. Tortorella does not consent. McNabb is done for the game. Oh, brother. 5-minute power play for Anaheim. Hopefully Ryan Poehling is okay. The Anaheim Ducks have a massive opportunity here. It's a 5-minute major. No matter how many goals are scored, the penalty will not be taken off the clock. Hey, Sharky with the $5 dono. Thank you, Sharky. I appreciate it, brother. That means a lot, man. Thanks so much. You guys have been nuts. Look at that. We're at $1,260. You guys are insane. 5-minute power play for Anaheim. Off the draw, Vegas wins it. They'll clear it down low to the Anaheim zone. Jackson Lacombe for Cutter Gauthier. Ducks bring it into the zone. McTavish broken up then by Vegas. They will clear it all the way back into the Anaheim end. Before Game 4, Anaheim has struggled on the power play here in this series against Vegas. McTavish dumps it into the zone, getting it back then. Hanifin trying to clear. Golden Knights will dump it all the way back down low. Here's Carlson. Takes it into the zone. Behind the net then, Lacombe. Gets it back then for Anaheim. Cutter Gauthier moves it through center. Gauthier battling forward with Eichel. Up top, Seneca. To Gauthier. Down low then, McTavish getting it back. Pass up top. And the puck will slide all the way back to center. Well, I appreciate it, Sharky. Thank you, man. It means a lot. You've been awesome supporting the commentaries all year. Here's Seneca. Cross-ice pass to Mikael Granlund. Granlund to Carlson. Granlund up top. Carlson to Terry. Troy Terry with 3:40 to go. Shot on there. Saved by Hart. Rebounds in front. Cleared away by Vegas. They will attempt to chip it off the boards to center. It's kept in by Anaheim. Terry. Pass over to Granlund. Mikael Granlund battling forward alongside Theodore. Back up top. John Carlson shoots it. That one is blocked. Granlund on the right side. Mikael Granlund down low for Kreider. Pass in front. Broken up there. Terry fighting with Eichel. Eichel gets it back then for Vegas. He will dump it down the other way. Yes, Goku, I know. I'll swap him at a stoppage. Can't just leave mid-commentary. Here's Jackson Lacombe. To Beckett Seneca. Right side to the McTavish. McTavish dumps it around behind the net. Then to Killorn. To Gauthier. Cross-ice pass to McTavish. 2:40 to go. Lacombe to Gauthier. Pass over. Is broken up. McTavish back then for Anaheim. Stolen back by Golden Knights. They will dump it back down the other way. They are halfway done. Jackson Lacombe carries it through center. Again, it's a 5-minute major for the Golden Knights. Killorn on the right side off the boards then for Gauthier. Gauthier to Lacombe. A shot. It was in the crease. Cleared back down low. Seneca up top to Lacombe. Lacombe back over then for McTavish. McTavish to Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier on the right side. Below the line up top for Lacombe. Lacombe to McTavish. Jackson Lacombe with the point. What's up, Vince? How we doing? McTavish up top. Jackson Lacombe back to McTavish. Anaheim can't get shots on. They only have one shot. Here's Lacombe to Gauthier. Denied by Hart. I think he got a piece. McTavish down low to Seneca. Seneca to Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier fires it. Save rebounds there. They score! Beckett Seneca on the power play. And I'm pretty sure that's the 4th straight game where he's registered a goal. It's 1-0 Ducks. $7:23 to go in the opening period. Beckett Seneca on the 5-minute major takes advantage. And the Ducks have the 1-0 lead. It's Seneca from Gauthier and McTavish through the 5-hole of Carter Hart. And Anaheim has a 1-0 lead. Face-off here is won back by Anaheim. John Carlson gets it back in the Anaheim zone. He'll drop it then for Terry. Troy Terry into the zone. Seneca's 5th of the playoffs. Kreider fires it. That one's blocked. Rebounds there for Terry. Intercepted then by Vegas. They'll move it through center. At the point, Eichel gets it back. Trying to clear it to center. Anaheim. Back down low for John Carlson. Carlson to Kreider. Kreider for Leo Carlson, who brings it into the zone. Up top then Granlund. 45 seconds to go in the 5-minute major. Troy Terry on the right side. Up top, John Carlson. He won't take the shot. Terry shoots it. And that one goes out of play. 6:33 to go here in this opening period. Beckett Seneca joining some pretty elite company. Rookies in the past 25 years with 4-game goal streaks. He joins Austin Matthews, Logan Couture, and Nicholas Backstrom. It's a pretty good crowd of players right there. Sadly, never commentated Backstrom or Couture. Two of my favorite players back in the day when I was a kid growing up. I still am a kid, but you know what I mean. Face off in the Vegas end. Lacombe at the point for Anaheim. McTavish fires it. That one goes wide there of Carter Hart. Up top, Jackson Lacombe. Gauthier. Puck is cleared back to center. Lacombe will get it back then for Anaheim. Back at Seneca. Through center then for the Ducks. Broken up by Vegas. Smith will dump it down in there on Dostal. Here's Lacombe. Off the boards then to Jacob Trouba. Trouba to Seneca. Here he comes into the zone. Power play is over for Anaheim. Could have been worse. 5-minute major. Could have been more than one goal. Washy comes into the Vegas end. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first. Dumped into the zone by Washy yet again. Behind the net. Up top then for Trouba. Trouba fighting with Howden. Jacob Trouba. Ahead then for Marner. Marner with speed. He gets around the D. Comes in 1-0. And denied by Dostal. He fumbled the puck a little bit. Penalty coming up against Anaheim and a power play for Vegas. Will Onsu. I believe. Thought it might be a penalty shot, but nope. Now some scrums here in front of the Anaheim net. And with 5:21 to go in the opening period, it looks like Vegas is going to get a power play. Yes, we will. It is Pavel Michukov for a slash. And we are going to get a Golden Knights power play coming up here after this commercial break. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Here's the jerseys for this one. There you go. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a moment.
Bringing together the best minds in science and medicine to deliver exceptional care and innovative treatments. That's it. We're switching teams. I can't be sweet. I know you can just switch to Verizon. Buy the new iPhone 17 online. This Mother's Day, switch phone to Verizon and get iPhone 17, iPad, and Apple Watch all on us. Today, you don't mind the wait. You've got the all-new Caesars Palace online casino. Hundreds of your favorite games from your favorite casino. And every play earns with Caesars Rewards. Download and sign up today. Caesars Palace.
Alrighty, I have returned. My apologies. Just wanted to use the bathroom really quick. I'm trying to recall if there have been any other 5-minute majors in games I've commentated. There's definitely been more than one. The only one that I can think of, though, comes back in last year's playoffs. It was against the Golden Knights as well, when they were playing the Oilers in round 2. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are about 35 subs away from 6,800. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hit that like button as well. We're at 16 likes here on the commentary. Power play for Vegas. Eichel wins the draw. Smith to Eichel. Jack Eichel here on the right side. Fires it. Saved by Dostal. He'll cover up. If you're just now joining us, welcome. Beckett Seneca opened up the scoring for Anaheim, making it a 1-0 lead for the Ducks here in this opening period. Face-off coming up now in the Anaheim end. It'll be Washy versus Hurdle. The face-off. Tie-up. One back by Vegas. Shea Theodore at the point. Right side to Eichel. Jack Eichel fires it. That one goes up and out of play. 5:03. Shots are 8-6 in favor of the Ducks. Face-off coming up again now in the Anaheim end. Hurdle versus, I believe that's McTavish. Or sorry, no, that's Harkins. Or no, it's Washy. Third time's a charm, bro. I'm just getting everything wrong today. Kick Washy out of the face-off circle. Coming in, that is Granlund. I know for sure that's Granlund. Face-off won by Vegas. Marner up top to Theodore. Shea Theodore fires it on. That one goes wide there. Here's Eichel. On the right side, battling for it then with Hurdle. Up top is Theodore. Theodore to Eichel. Jack Eichel top of the circle. Shots are 8-7 in favor of Anaheim. Vegas starting to respond back a bit. Eichel to Theodore. Eichel down low then Marner. Waits. Pass over. Dorothy have a great chance. Denied there by Dostal. They'll clear it off the boards back into the Golden Knights end. Pretty good save there by Lucas Dostal. Shea Theodore carries it through center. Into the zone, battling for with Moore. He'll get around him. He's forced to the corner, though. Battling for that puck, Marner at the point. Back over to Hurdle. Hurdle to Theodore. Theodore to Eichel. Jack Eichel on the right side. Looking for options. Hurdle in front. That one goes wide. Anaheim tries to move it to center. Pavel Dorofeev shoots it. He scores! I didn't even see that go in. Pavel Dorofeev. I believe that was on the power play as well. We are tied. I didn't even see it go in. Yeah, you got it right on the dot, C-Moss. You got it right on the dot, bro. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. That's exactly what the name's based off of. Pavel Dorofeev. Power play goal. The Golden Knights have tied the game. It's Dorofeev's 6th of the postseason, assisted by Hurdle and Eichel. Howden will score again tonight. Yeah, I'm going to be behind because of the stream delay. There's a stream delay. Pross, I'm probably behind on here too, so. Face-off one back by Anaheim. Lacombe on the right side then for Trouba. Dowd will dump it down low into the Anaheim end. Jacob Trouba. Behind the net then for Terry. Golden Knights trying to get it back. Cleared back to center then by the Ducks. And an icing here against the Ducks at 3:22 as it slid back into the Vegas end. Pick that clean off that guy's stick. Yep. Pavel Dorofeev ties the game for Vegas. Face-off coming up now again in the Anaheim zone. Theodore will take the draw against Leo Carl. Not Theodore. Howden will take the draw. Face-off is one back then by Marner. Up top, Noah Hanifin. I was going to say a defenseman taking the draw. Anaheim will chip it to center. Mitch Marner in the Vegas end. Back on the right side then for Howden. Brett Howden chipped off the boards and back into the Anaheim zone. Mintyukov clears it around the boards. Puck will slide to center. Racing for it then is Killorn alongside Coughlin, who battles for this puck. Stolen back by Anaheim. Vegas recovers as soon as I say that and clears it to center. John Carlson will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Hit in the corner there was Ben Hutton. Trying to get that one back as well as Mikhail Granlund. Golden Knights attempting to carry it through center. Anaheim gets it back. Seneca up top to Carlson. John Carlson chipped off the boards. Barbashev back to Seneca. Seneca trying to clear. Hurdle racing for a loose puck. Broken up there by Minchukov. Good play by Pavel Minchukov. Here's Dorofeyev, pass over. And Barbashev was right there, but could not get a stick on that puck. Golden Knights will regroup. Eichel into the zone. Shoots it. Saved by Dostal. 2 minutes to go here in the opening period. Vegas gets it back on the right side. Eichel up top to Howden. Howden to Eichel. Jack Eichel down low in the corner. Battling for it alongside Washi. Eichel up top to Hannafin. Right side shot is off the post from Theodore. Here's Eichel. Drops it down low then for Colton Sissons. Cross ice pass to Hannafin will come out of the zone. Shots are 10-8 in favor of Vegas. Anaheim has the puck. Cutter Gauthier on the right side will dump it to center. Vegas steals it back and clears it down low. Dostal off the boards. Shot from Dorofeyev goes wide. Gauthier battling forward with Hutton. Right side then Colton Sissons. Stolen back by Anaheim. They'll try and force it to center. Now in the final minute of play in the first period. Hurdle banks it off the boards. Back down low then for Terry. Terry to Zellweger. Zellweger will dump this one off the boards and back into the Vegas end. Hutton ahead then for Saad. Grabbed back by the Knights. Into the zone. Kolasar will clear it around behind the Anaheim net. Up top, Hannafin a shot. Saved there by Dostal. Back at Seneca. Gets it back for the Ducks. He'll backhand this one to the Vegas end. Hannafin on the right side. Chipped off the boards by Coughlin down low. Dostal will play it off the boards behind him. Up top, Hannafin. Dumps it down low behind the net then for Dostal. Dostal. Grabbed back by Lacombe. 10 seconds left. Anaheim plays it to center. One last chance for Seneca. He'll shoot it. It goes out of play with 6 seconds remaining. Thank you all for tuning in. Greatly appreciate all the support here on the playoffs tonight. We're going to be live again tomorrow for Avalanche and Wild. Face-off coming up here in the Golden Knights end. It'll be Washi versus Carlson. Yeah, I agree, C-Moss. You're right about that. Face-off won by Anaheim. Lacombe, a shot. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. Cleared away, and that'll do it for period number 1. Who do I think will win? I'd love to see Anaheim take a 3-2 series lead, but we'll see. End of the opening period here in Las Vegas. Beckett Seneca opened up the scoring. Pavel Dorofeyev tied at both the goals in the power play. It's a 1-1 hockey game here after 20 minutes of play here on this late start. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. And thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We're about 30 subs away from 6,800. All right. Fix this up. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate Going to upload some clips. If you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, comment them in the comment section down below. How about the Sabres? 3-2 win late to tie up the series in that Eastern Conference matchup. That's going to 6 games. Got to be up in 6 hours. Don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, that sucks, J-Dub. 6 hours. So it looks like Carolina is going to have to wait at least a little bit longer. Game 6 is going to be on Saturday of that series. That's the earliest it can end. So hypothetically, we could see Game 1 of that series probably on Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully not Tuesday because I can't stream on Tuesday. So hoping I can still get in Game 1 of both series. Let's go Ducks, man. I've been in one game. Nice. Yeah, the fluke goal did decide it. If it weren't for that fluke goal, maybe we'd be in overtime right now. Never know. I wouldn't mind that either. Wouldn't mind an overtime game. 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.? Damn, that's brutal. So 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. That sucks. Got to make that money, though, right? This is our last doubleheader. I don't think so. I think we have one more on Tuesday. I think we might have another one on Saturday. It depends how many games the Anaheim Vegas series goes. Repeat the days and times of the World Hockey Games? Of course. All right, schedule for the World Cup of Hockey. Schedule for the World Cup of Hockey commentary streams. We're going to be live on Friday morning. I think it's actually Friday at noon for United States and Switzerland. That'll be the first game of our World's commentary. At least I think I'm going to be able to get the games. I might not be able to. We'll see. We'll be live on Saturday morning as well for Italy versus Canada. Sunday morning, Great Britain versus the United States. Monday morning, Finland versus the United States as well. And then a couple more days of streams that I haven't figured out yet. But I believe the start time for USA Switzerland on Friday, I believe, is at noon. So if that's what you're asking. I don't know the times for the rest of them. I'll update that more as we get closer to date. But currently focused on the NHL commentaries right now more than the Worlds. Hey, thank you, Surston, for the 10. DoorDash money. Don't know about you, but I'm starving. Yeah, I'm a little bit hungry, too. Thank you, Surston, for the 10. I appreciate it, brother. I am a little bit hungry. What hockey state am I at? Pennsylvania. I am at Pennsylvania. Yeah, Swiss can be good. It should be a fun tournament. I'm looking forward to it. It's our first year streaming the Worlds. And I think it's going to be fun to see how that tournament plays out, too, because, again, we've never streamed that before. McNabb should get suspended. Yeah, they'll definitely take a look at that. Seneca to Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier fires it. Save rebound there. They score! Beckett Seneca on the power play. And I'm pretty sure that's the 4th straight game where he's registered a goal. It's 1-0 Ducks. Yeah, the Philly Penguins derby was fun. I'm a Flyers fan myself, so I was on the winning side of that. But it was enjoyable to commentate those games. Yeah, Thurston, I actually do have some food today. I have a chicken sandwich and fries waiting for me at the end of the commentaries tonight. It's from a place called Assad's Hot Chicken. Food is delicious. Take a fry real quick. Stupid Bettman brackets. Yep. I mean, I said it heading in. Whoever was going to win that series would get plowed by Colorado. Would get plowed by Carolina. My heart, I think you got a piece. Yeah, I think the Flyers would have played Carolina. Pittsburgh would have played Buffalo. Would have been interesting, though. Yeah, it's some good stuff. Looking forward to it. I only do 12 a.m. After streams, I do. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends. What's up, Christine? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, finally got done the clip. Took a while. Maybe I'll have time to eat it if there's nothing for me to update in the second intermission. Nothing wrong with survive till then. Oh no, I eat before. I don't just eat at 12 a.m. But after the streams, I'll sometimes eat. 8:40 here? Lucky you. Wouldn't mind living on the West Coast. Problem is though, the games would start at like 4 o'clock, and it's like I can't do that. All right, perfect. Clip is done. Let's get to the all-time stat sheet here beside me. So yeah, we're gonna be live for about I think it's 8 games of the World Championships, and we should be live for most of the playoff games as well. During the weekend and following next week. Next week could be difficult. There's going to be a couple of days where we will not be live. I have some things going on. I have a prom. I have a party that I'm going to. And I believe something else. I have work as well. I'm starting to work again on Tuesday nights. So probably no more streams on Tuesdays for the rest of the season. Unless there's a cup final game on Tuesday. All right, let's update the stat sheet. I'll keep you guys more updated on the commentary schedule at a later date. 11:40. Man, 1 a.m. when the games are over. Avalanche so good. Yeah. 3 games to 1 lead. We'll be live for that game tomorrow. I'm excited for that one for sure. Love the West Coast TV schedule. NHL, NBA playoffs early as 4. Literally leaving work, listening to the opening face-off. Yeah. In Argentina till Wednesday. Why are you in Argentina, Sharky? Vacation? Wow. Lucky you. Sure, it's pretty nice, huh? Tell that you're a real hockey fan. I appreciate that. I like to think I am. Watched so much hockey over the last few months. That's for sure. Study abroad for college. Lucky you. Nice. Could never do that. Can't afford it. Missed the 3 and 4 game overtime games from the childhood. Yeah. It's been a long time since we've had one, but let's not jinx it. We could have one tonight. You never know. They don't seem to happen nearly as much. Yeah, with the way offense is this day and age, we've only had 2 overtime or 2 double overtime games. Hey, what's up, Tim? Tim, how you doing, man? Work is killing you. Well, good to be here. I'm glad you are here, man. Hopefully everything's going well with work. But I believe it. Crazy time of the year. For everyone, it seems like. And with a new COVID-19 apparently coming up. So they say. Me too, Christine. Me too. Busy everywhere, yep. 2.78. Just updating the all-time stat sheet really quick, guys. Lucas Dostal, by the way, tying Stuart Skinner tonight for the most games played in live commentary history. Yeah, it's definitely killing the NBAs. You're right about that. All right. Americans should watch more CFL. Not really a big football guy, not going to lie. Yeah, it does feel like the Stanley Cup is really up for grabs, Christine. Really, anybody can take it. All right, going back to Vegas here for period number 2 coming up in just a moment. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated. Currently updating the all-time stat sheet here as we are speaking. So just give me a moment. All right. Colorado over Carolina. Who won the Montreal game? Buffalo 3-2. Was a close finish, but Buffalo got the win. That series is tied heading back to Buffalo on Thursday. Can really go anywhere from there. It's best of 3 at this point. Updating my stat sheet here real quick. Oh. All right, got about 2.5 minutes to go here until period number 2. I think I'm a little bit ahead on the clock, so I apologize for that. Apologies for being a little bit ahead. All right. Updating the all-time stat sheet over here on my screen really quick. All right, what do we think? Do we think Anaheim's going to take the lead in this second period? Do we think Vegas is going to take the lead in this second period? Or will there be no goals in this second period? What do we think? What is going to happen in this second? Drop your picks down below. Yeah, on his birthday, too. On Benson's birthday as well.
Love it.
Pavel Dorofeyev, 10th goal in a commentary stream. No goals. Vegas gets one. I'm seeing Vegas. Either way, the Canes will be well rested for this next series again. Yup. Scoreless period. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of no goals in this period. Okay, we'll see if you're right. We will see if you're all right. All right, updating the stat sheet here really quick. Perfect. All right. Vegas hits one goal and shuts them down. Okay. Think there'll be 3 goals in the second. See a lot of Vegas. Okay. Alrighty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. First period recap. Goals were scored by Beckett Seneca and Pavel Dorofeyev, making it a 1-1 hockey game here after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20. Shots are 11-9 in favor of the Golden Knights. Faceoffs are 63% in favor of Vegas. Power plays, Vegas 1 for 1, Anaheim 1 for 2. Hits are 10-9 in favor of the Golden Knights. And block shots are 6-4 in favor of the Golden Knights. Period number 2 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. The winner of this game will take a 3-2 series lead, heading back to Anaheim for a chance to close it out on Thursday. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are 30 subs away from 60s 800. Would love to hit 7,000 subscribers before the beginning of June. Ryan Poehling has been announced to not return tonight, so Anaheim is down one of their forwards here in this second period. We are underway here for period number 2. Face-off won by Vegas. They will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. John Carlson dumps it off the boards. In the corner with it then is Eichel. Cross-ice pass. Kreider chips it off the boards all the way back into the Golden Knights' end. Noah Hannafin back for Vegas. What's up, John? Jason, how we doing? Dorofeyev back over then for Hannafin. Golden Knights carried into the zone. They'll dump it down low. Mitchukov cleared off the boards to Kreider. Well, thank you, C-Moss. I appreciate it, man. Hope to see you in more commentaries. We'll be live tomorrow for Game 5 of Colorado, Minnesota. There's a breakaway for Seneca. Comes in. Denied by Hart. Beckett Seneca nearly made it a 2-1 hockey game for Anaheim. Up top, Marner. Broken up by the Ducks. They'll regroup at center. Lacombe fighting there with Theodore. Forced back to center, Granlund. Drop back then for Lacombe. Lacombe will dump it into the Vegas end. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Vegas. Down low in the corner, Ben Hutton. Ahead for Jack Eichel. Eichel will dump it down low in there on Dostal. He'll make the save. Now Washi trying to bank it off the boards. Up top, Hannafin fires it down low behind the net then for Howden. Lacombe plays it away from the net. Right side, Johnston. Ahead for Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Washi behind the net then for VL. Jeffrey VL battling for it on the right side. Then no handling. Oh, you're live as well. That's sick. Premier League. Cool. Yeah, I love. Always support the other streamers. Carlson battling for it then with Howden. John Carlson will flip a puck to center. Cleared back down low into the Golden Knights end. Theodore. Back for Vegas. Back for Sissons, who will clear it down the other way into the zone. Theodore. Backhand pass. Hurdle up top. Shea Theodore waits. Fires it. That one goes wide. Rebounds there for Anderson. He will not shoot it. And instead they'll regroup. Behind the net then is Hurdle. Battling for this puck. Cutter Gauthier gets it back then for Anaheim. Stolen back by the Knights. Hurdle up top. Anderson a shot. That one goes wide there at Dostal. Cleared all the way back. Down low into the Anaheim end. Tomas Hurdle behind the Ducks net. Up top to Rasmus Anderson. Hurdle. In the corner to McTavish. Tomas Hurdle. Looks for options. Up top, Anderson. Stolen back then by the Ducks. Shea Theodore. For Rasmus Anderson. Cross-ice pass. Hurdle waits. Fires it. He fanned on that puck. Jackson Lacombe gets it back then for Anaheim. Here they come the other way. Leo Carlson will dump it around behind the Vegas net. Kolasar forces it to center. A loose puck will slide into the Anaheim zone. Lacombe will get it back and recover. Killorn off the boards for Granlund. Mikhail Granlund to Seneca. He got knocked off that puck. Seneca off the boards then to Lacombe. Lacombe to Killorn in the corner. Killorn to Granlund. Battling for it on the right side then with Dowd. Trying to get that one loose off the boards. Kolasar. Cleared all the way back into the Anaheim zone. This will be an icing. They don't like that, though. Definitely was close. Cole Smith got there, but referees wave it as an icing. So, there you go. Oops. Just dropped my controller. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Vegas. Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim zone. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Having trouble loading up the game, so I'm gonna have to exit out and go back in. Give me a moment. My apologies. Sometimes my ESPN acts up. Hit the like button down below. We're at 35 likes. All right, there we go. All right, back here now in the Vegas end. Carter Hart trying to play this puck. Washi gets it back then for Anaheim in the corner. Kreider back to Washi. Cleared back up top. On the right side, Lacombe battling for it alongside Barbashev. Golden Knights will get it to center. Eichel, 2-on-1, into the zone. Waits. What a poke by Jacob Trouba, who blocked the play. And now the Ducks take it the other way. It's Carlson into the zone. Shoots it. Saved by Hart. On the right side, then Gauthier battling for with Eichel. Carlson fighting with Jack Eichel. Stolen back then by Marner. Marner into the zone. John Carlson will clear it off the boards. Golden Knights will keep it in though. William Carlson on the right side. Down low then John Carlson trying to clear it. Behind the net then Mitch Marner. Trying to throw a pass in front. Marner to Theodore. Broken up there. Lacombe will chip it off the boards to Washi. Washi clears it back into the Vegas end. Shots are 11-11 here in period number 2. Here's Marner to Ben Hutton. Hutton will fire it on. Saved by Dostal. Battling forward in the corner. Then Anaheim takes it back. They'll move it through center. Into the zone. Gauthier. Poke checked away. Anaheim forced to regroup. Zellweger to Trouba. Off the boards into the zone. Seneca into the glove of Carter Hart. 6 minutes gone here in period number 2. Some chances for the Ducks. What a stop by Jacob Trouba on that 2-on-1 for Michael. He poke checked it away at the last second. as Eichel tried to do a little toe drag. And that was a great play by Jacob Trouba. The Ducks came down the other way with Carlson. And Carter Hart made the save. Still tied 1-1 here in the second. Stepping aside here for a commercial break. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for your support. Shots 12-11 in favor of Anaheim. Hope you all are having a great day here so far. It's Tuesday night. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Moving through the week. It's my last week of college for my freshman year. Can't believe it's almost over. Wow, 2-1 Prince Albert. Saw Kitchener beat Barrie in a sweep in the OHL playoffs. Memorial Cup coming up soon. Saw the USHL might be merging with the CHL. Interesting. All right, back here in Vegas. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Shots are 12-12. Live that college life while you can. Yeah, it's fun. Enjoy being able to stream all these late nights and get up kind of later for school than I would usually. McTavish will take the draw, Gauthier will take the draw against William Karlsson. The face-off is blown dead due to a face-off violation, so there you go. They've gotten used to hearing all the Nordic streams all year. Yeah, got to get them on it. Face-off in the Vegas end, won by Anaheim. McTavish up top. Shot on there is denied. Grab back then by Marner. Mitch Marner off the boards to center, broken up by Lacombe. Lacombe through center. Poke checked. Trouba will take it back. He will dump it down low. McTavish back to Marner. Golden Knights will try and move it through center. It's a 2-on-2. William Karlsson now fighting with Trouba. Around the right side, Cutter Gauthier. Marner back to Terry. Troy Terry then for Trouba. Lacombe dumps it down low into the Vegas end. Theodore. Grab back then by Hurdle. Hurdle for Marner. It's a 4-on-2. Marner to Hurdle. Pass over is broken up. Golden Knights will keep it in though. In the corner, Tomas Hurdle. Right side, Granlund shot on there. Big save by Dostal. Golden Knights get it back. Saad. Back over then for Seneca. Brandon Saad breaking it up on the right side. Grab back down low then. Theodore to Coughlin. Coughlin will dump it down low to the Anaheim zone. Ian Moore off the boards. Granlund trying to clear. It's kept in by Sissons. Behind the net then Saad in the Anaheim zone. 7.5 minutes gone in the second. Here's Moore to Granlund. He'll dump that one down low. Battling for it alongside Anderson. Hannafin chipped off the boards. Anaheim trying to keep that one in ever so slightly. On the right side, Karlsson jabbing at it. It'll slide back to center. Zellweger. Pass back over then. John Karlsson dumps it down low. Washi racing for this puck. He'll fight for it then with Anderson in the corner. Viel is there as well. Jeffrey Viel trying to take advantage of this puck. It's like a 5-man battle for it in the corner. They can't get it free. Anderson is down on the ground. Hurdle off the boards, finally gets it loose. Throws it back to center. Anaheim will keep the pressure on. Viel backhands it down low. On the right side, Johnston. Getting it back for the Ducks. VL fighting with Anderson. Cleared off the boards up top. Shot there, goes wide of heart. VL fighting with Hurdle. Tomas Hurdle gets it back to center, then Smith is knocked off that puck. It'll slide back into the Anaheim zone. Dostal over then for Trouba. Trouba clear to center. Minchukov into the zone, shoots it. It's gloved by Hart. Shots now 14-13 in favor of Anaheim. Bit of a lower shooting affair, but it's been even. Regardless of that, chances on both ends for both teams. It's been a relatively fun one to watch. I've enjoyed it. Face-off coming up in the Vegas end. It'll be Eichel versus Granlund. Face-off won by Anaheim. Lacoma shot. Blocked. What a block by Dorofeev. He's down. Another shot there is denied. And Pavel Dorofeev is still down after taking a shot block. I have no idea where he took that from, but he is down on the ground and out. Trainer's going to come out. This could be another injury. Hopefully Dorofeev's doing okay. Anaheim not happy they stopped that. Direct shot on Pavel Dorofeev. I'm not sure where the shot was taken from. We'll see the replay here. It was a slap shot from Lacombe right into, right in between both knees. That's got to hurt. That's killer. That has to hurt. He finally gets up. Gets some claps from the fans. He is not, he will get off on his own. He is not putting any pressure on his right leg, though. Hopefully he's okay. Dorofeev with the only goal tonight for Vegas. That's a rough place to take a block shot, especially a shot at that velocity. Maybe he'll be back. Potentially. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe just knocked up. Or just got his bell rung. Because that definitely is a rough place to get hit right there. It looked like between the two knees. Face-off coming up in the Vegas end. Anaheim was unhappy they stopped the play. Face-off won by Vegas. Barbashev, cross-ice pass to Eichel. It'll slide back down low into the Anaheim end. Lacombe fighting with Eichel. Trouba's there as well. In the corner, Granlund battling for it. Golden Knights will get it back. Ivan Barbashev up top to Theodore. Theodore, right side then for Ben Hutton. Cross-ice pass. Broken up then by the Ducks. Granlund trying to backhand to center. Golden Knights attempt to keep it in. It stays on sides. Sissons clear to center. Anaheim racing for this puck. It's Killorn who loses the battle to Theodore. Kept in the zone though by Anaheim. Washi on the right side. Theodore dumped all the way back into the Anaheim zone. Approaching the halfway point of the game in the period. Minchukov chipped off the boards and back down to the Vegas end. Hart back over then for Theodore. Clears it to center. Carlson for Johnston. Ross Johnston broken up there. Will take it down low behind the net then on the right side. Cleared off the boards by Carlson. Grabbed back by the Knights. William Carlson will backhand it down low to the Anaheim end. John Carlson off the boards then. Minchukov. Cross-ice pass to VL. Hannafin battling forward with VL. Puck slides in on Hart. He'll make the save at 9:34. Shots now 16-13. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below. We're going to be live tomorrow for Game 5 of Minnesota and Colorado. The Avalanche looking to become the second team to advance to the conference finals. And they will take on one of these two teams. And potentially find out on Thursday as well. 9.5 minutes to go in the second period. Face-off in the Las Vegas end. One back by Anaheim. Zellweger chipped off the boards behind the net, then up top. Shot there is cleared away. Brett Howden gets it back for Vegas. He'll dump it to center. Carlson clears it into the Anaheim zone. Ian Moore for Zellweger, who will dump it down low to the Vegas end. Hart will come out to play. Coughlin fighting then with Zellweger off the board. Sissons. Cross-ice pass is broken up by Anaheim at the line. Here they come into the zone. Cutter Gauthier, right side, shot. Saved there by Hart. Rebounds over McTavish. Off the post. Michukov. Back on the right side then for Leo Carlson. Vegas will dump it to center. Coughlin clears it back down low. It'll slide into the Anaheim zone for an icing at 8:41. Very good chance for Mason McTavish. He was unable to convert. Face-off coming up here now. It's going to be in the Vegas end. The face-off is won by the Golden Knights. Coughlin is high-sticked. They're going to blow the play dead. And this is a penalty. It looks like Howden was slashed in the face. It doesn't look like there's blood from what I can see. But we're going to get a Vegas power play coming up. Yeah, he does get him up high. It'll be on Troy Terry. I believe they're still talking about it, actually. It may not be a penalty. It looks like it is. Thank you, Douglas. Yeah, he was definitely high-sticked. The referees didn't exactly see it, though. Again, one of the linesmen was behind the play. The other one was from up top. They blew the play dead, though. See the call. No. No penalty. That is 100% a penalty. It's a missed call. Like, that is 100% a penalty. And maybe it's because Hanifin lifted it up on Terry. And Terry got it up on Coughlin. Maybe it's because Carlson lifted up the stick of Terry and it went into Coughlin's face. Maybe that's why. It definitely looked like it would be, but it's not. We'll step aside. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're 31 subs away from 6,800. Tomorrow is the offseason outlook for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So for Maple Leaf fans who are looking forward to seeing that, that's out tomorrow. Maple Leafs with the first overall pick. Looking to draft Gavin McKenna. See if they're lucky enough to get him. Well, obviously they will be. We'll see if they do get him. Meaning they'll draft him. They can draft anybody. Actually, with the first overall pick. So that's stupid for me. Sorry. Sneezing like crazy. I don't know where that came from. All right. 8:35 to go in the second. Shots are 20-13 in favor of Anaheim. Maybe they're not calling that because William Karlsson lifted up the stick of Troy Terry. And that is why. All right, 8.5 minutes to go here in the second period. We are tied at 1 apiece. Midway through the second period. Yeah, Vegas got a PWHL team. Love to see that. Face-off won by Vegas. Love to see that league growing as much as it is. Cleared back down low into the Anaheim zone. The Walter Cup final is going to be the Montreal Victoire and the Ottawa Charge. I'm looking forward to hopefully viewing some of the games. Here's Morris shot. That one goes wide there of Hart and out of play. I would love to commentate it, but the problem is that they actually stream their games on YouTube, like for everyone to see. So it wouldn't really make much sense for me to commentate them, especially on nights where there's NHL playoff games, when you can literally watch them on YouTube. So I don't think it would do well if I stream PWHL, but we'll make some content on the final. I think I did last year, so we'll make some content on the final. Good to see the PWHL growing. I agree. It's great to see. I do wonder, and I do get worried about how they're growing as fast as they are. They're going to have 12 teams next year, I think. They're going to have 12 teams next year. That is insane. Trouba shot. That one's blocked. And they're all starting at the same time. Detroit, Hamilton, Vegas, and San Jose are all starting at the same time. Lacombe fires it down low to the corner. I'm like, how do you have that many players? It's only an 8-team league. A lot of them coming from college, though. It'll be fun to see where Caroline Harley and Lila Edwards go. Big guys from the Olympics. Big gals from the Olympics. Anyway, here's Seneca. Into the zone for Killorn. A shot saved by Hart. Seneca off the boards up top for Trouba. Trouba to Seneca. Backdoor pass to Trouba. A shot. And that one is blocked. Carlson to Mitch Marner. Lacombe will dump it down low into his own zone and regroup. I'll consider it. I don't know how well it'd do, though. That's the problem. Never done something like that before. I have streamed women's games. I streamed the icing here against Vegas, I believe. Referees do not, or Golden Knights do not like the call. I streamed the gold medal game between the women's USA and Canada. It is our second best commentary ever. That's because of the Olympics. Ref, you suck chance here. They've been controversial in this game for sure. Shots are 13-2 in favor of Anaheim. They're heavily outplaying the Golden Knights right now. Face off in the Vegas end with the Golden Knights. Anderson cleared off the boards to center. Jack Eichel into the zone. No shots for Vegas in the last 13 minutes. Eichel up top to Hannafin. Shot on there goes wide. Another Eichel chance. Denied in front by Dostal. Ducks will move it through center. Carlson to Gauthier. Leo Carlson into the zone. Thank you, Fabian. I appreciate it, man. Means a lot, brother. Thank you. Try my best. Up top, Minchukov, a shot gloved by Carter Hart. Yeah, if there was a PWHL team that was coming to Philadelphia, I would apply for a job. I would. But, obviously, you know, there's none coming to Philadelphia. Would love to. Because you guys know I would commentate anything. We're commentating the World Championships this upcoming weekend. I'm looking forward to that. Because, like, I don't really see any of the other streamers doing that. And I know that it's a tournament that's become more and more popular over the years. It's also a tournament that happens every year, and it's been around for like over 100 years, I'm pretty sure. It's nuts. Face off in the Golden Knights end. It's Dowd versus Granlund. The face off is a tie-up. Cleared off the boards then. Here comes Dowd through center. My screen just went black. And we're back. Here's Seneca. Moving it through center then for Anaheim. Cleared off the boards. Theodore back to center. Lacombe dumps it down low. Seneca fighting with Theodore. Granlund gets it back then for Anaheim. Golden Knights trying to clear it to center. 6 minutes to go in the second. Ever thought about esports? I used to commentate NHL like 20 when I was younger. Here's more. Battling forward with Hurdle. Like I used to create, I'm a couple of years ago, I created my own hockey league. If you go back far enough and you've been a fan of the channel for long enough, you'll remember the N97 HL. There's videos out on the channel about it. There's a whole channel, if you look it up as well, is me commentating NHL 23 commentaries with all created players on created teams. Here's VL backhanding it down low into the Vegas end. Ben Hutton moves it through center. Cross ice pass to Anderson. Rasmus Anderson up top then for Smith. Down low, Anderson gets around. Carlson want to move. Comes in. Rebound. Denied there. Another chance is denied as well. What a play by Rasmus Anderson. Ben Hutton on the right side. Kreider battling forward then with Dowd. Ducks trying to move it to center. John Carlson will dump it down low. Carter Hart. Right side to Theodore. Off the boards. Vegas will take it back. It slides in there on Dostal. Here's William Karlsson. Behind the net then, Troy Terry takes it back. Vegas will steal this puck. They will dump it back into the Anaheim end. 4.5 minutes to go. Eichel. Pass up top, grab back by Kreider. Here's Kreider. He'll gain the line and dump it into the Vegas end. Noah Hannafin. Behind the net then for the Knights. Back to Rasmus Anderson. Will play it to center. Chipped back down low into the Anaheim zone. Zellweger. Behind the net then for Mikael Granlund. Clears it back down into the Vegas zone. McTavish. Behind the net then for Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier. Up top. Fires it. And that was blockered away. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. And he covers up. 3:49 to go in the second period. We are tied at 1 apiece here in Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We're 30 subs away on the dot from 6,800. The goalies have been the difference makers so far tonight and in this period. Still 1-1. Itchy nose. That being said, I'm going to go to the bathroom again here really quick. I'll be right back in just a moment.
Introducing Gatorade lower sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade lower sugar. Hydrates better than water.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try Viral. Use outdoor fridges, freezers too. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turned.
Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that. I just had to use the bathroom really quick. Need the Ducks to score at least one more before the third. Let's go, Ducks. Hello, Stormy. Face-off coming up here now. Coming up in the Vegas end. We are still tied at 1 apiece. Face-off won by Vegas. Less than 4 minutes to go in the second. Theodore to Coughlin. Golden Knights bring it into the zone. Marner cross-ice pass. Puck goes up in the air. Back down to the corner then for William Karlsson. Anaheim to center. Seneca was poke checked away. Theodore a shot. That one goes wide. What's up, Chris? Yeah, it's allergy season. You're right about that. Marner battling for it on the right side up top. Seneca for Anaheim. That gets Seneca down low then for Lacombe. Lacombe off the boards, back in there on Hart. And that'll be an icing. Some cheers from the crowd after they made a call in favor of Vegas. Shots 24-15 now. Took a shot off the board there for Anaheim. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be live tomorrow again for Minnesota, Colorado. Looking forward to it. Face-off coming up now in the Anaheim zone. 3:07 to go. Beckett Seneca having himself one hell of a series and one hell of a game tonight. He's played well. Jackson Lacombe dumps it to center. Noah Hannafin back then for Vegas. Hannafin to Eichel. Jack Eichel will backhand it down low into the Anaheim zone. Behind the net then Trouba. Off the boards. Puck will slide back into the Vegas end. This will be an icing as well. Seneca took a little bit of a rough hit there in front of the Anaheim bench. He would get off the ice. Hopefully he's okay. Just talked about how good of a game he's having, and then he kind of hurt himself there as he was trying to make a hit. He missed it and kind of flipped over into the bench a little bit. Face-off here in the Anaheim zone. One back by Anaheim. Gauthier will dump it down low into the Vegas end. 2.5 minutes to go in the second. Dorofiev for Jack Eichel. Eichel loops it around. In the Vegas end, they will chip it down low into the Anaheim zone. Dorofiev down low behind the net then for Vegas. Right side Barbashev up top. Here's Hunt a shot. Simo Dostal rebounds there and cleared away. Gauthier to Leo Carlson. Carlson trying to get around the D. He does. Backhand. Just wide. Battling forward then on the right side. Vegas will steal it back. It's a 4-on-2. Eichel turns it over. Oh, man. Kreider for Carlson. Leo Carlson into the zone. Waits to Mintyukov. Mintyukov, a shot deflected. And cleared away then by Vegas. Golden Knights will dump it to center. Here's Barbashev. Back over then for Sissons, a shot. That one is blocked. 1:30 to go in the second. Anaheim will move it through center. Viel flips it in the air back into the Vegas end. Hannafin gets it back for the Knights. Pass will slide back down low into the Duck zone. Lacombe off the boards for John Carlson. Approaching the final minute of play in the second. Lacombe will dump it down low. Seneca battling forward with Hannafin now on the right side. Marner gets it back. Cleared off the boards. Lacombe and a whistle blown dead at exactly a minute. Not sure why. It's not a penalty, I don't think. It is not. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Face-off outside of the Anaheim zone, won by the Ducks. Lacombe to John Carlson and will dump it down low. Seneca gets it back for Anaheim. 50 seconds left. Killorn in the corner, fighting alongside Carlson. Marner to Theodore. Theodore, puck will slide back into the Anaheim zone. John Carlson gets it back. Cleared ahead to center. Mitch Marner brings it in, will dump it down low. Hannafin battling for it alongside Carlson. Chipped off the boards by the Ducks, back into the Las Vegas, and it will not be an icing. Carter Hart will play it back then for Theodore. Cleared off the boards, Marner. Ahead then for William Karlsson. Deeks in with a move. Denied by Dostal. 10 seconds to go. VL trying to clear. Anaheim will force it ahead. Washi to Gauthier. One-on-one. Gauthier fires it wide. Time will tick down. That'll do it for the second period. Well, those of you who picked there to be no goals in the second, you're correct. We're back here in Las Vegas after 40 minutes of play, tied up at 1. This sets up possibly the biggest third period of the series. It does have that feeling of next goal wins. And whoever does score that goal and win will take a 3-2 series lead, a chance to advance to round 3 on Thursday. But first off, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. This is the countdown till the third. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're less than 30 subs away from 6,800. Hit that like button down below as well. We're at 53 likes. Thank you all for tuning in. Well, I'm all caught up on everything, so get to chill out this period. You guys got any questions, anything you want to talk about? Comment it down below. No goals? Yep. No goals in that second period. Nothing wrong with that, though. It's been a goalie show. Saros period, yeah. So again, I'll mention this once more. We're going to be live tomorrow for Avalanche, Minnesota, round 2, game 5. We'll be live on Thursday for Montreal Sabres, round 2, game 5, and Anaheim Vegas, round 2, game 6. Starting Friday morning, we'll be live for the World Championship games, starting out with the United States versus Switzerland. Looking forward to that one. We may be live for game 6 of Minnesota, Colorado as well. We'll see. Shots are 26-17 after 40 minutes of play. I'm going to dig into my food here in this period. A little bit hungry, so please excuse me for munching on some grub. You guys got any questions or anything you want to talk about? Comment them in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I will see you all in the third. I work at a roller rink, and I have never driven a Zamboni. What's my favorite color? Blue. Mr. Nordic, how do we feel about Colorado? They're looking scary as hell. They're probably going to win tomorrow, which sucks because I wanted it to go. I wanted it to go to at least 7 games, but it doesn't look like it's going to, sadly. So, but they're looking like a real threat. If everything goes the way we think it will, it'll probably be Colorado, Carolina in the Cup final. Nice, Christine. Who am I feeling to win today? I think Anaheim's going to win. I think the Ducks are going to get it done. Why did both Philadelphia teams lose? You mean the Sixers as well? I mean, they were outmatched. I think that's the truth of it. Like, I mean, if you want to be blunt. Who were my favorite announcers growing up? Bet the house on the Ducks. My favorite announcers growing up. Loved Doc Emmerich. Doc Emmerich was my guy. Loved him. Kenny Albert's one of my favorites. Jim Jackson from the Flyers broadcast was one of my favorites as well. All those guys, to be honest. Hate Las Vegas, we can all agree. I don't mind Vegas, but I don't like the fact you're not letting teams talk to Cassidy. You're preventing Cassidy from getting a job. That came out today. The Oilers tried to talk to Cassidy, but the Golden Knights denied permission. Bob Cole's a good pick, too. Kind of before my time, though. Not the city of the team. That's fair. Chris Cuthbert's a good one too. Don't hear the Canadians that much. Canadian commentators that much. Because I'm obviously in America. But sometimes I do. And they're enjoyable. Are there any announcers that I style after? Not really. I think I take things from all of them. Like I take like certain fragments and certain things from all of them. I would say most of it just comes naturally, to be honest. Who will win? I think Anaheim's going to win. Mike Lange. Yeah, that's a good pick. Who do I have winning the Hart Trophy? McDavid. It'll be McDavid. Hart doesn't let much by him. Ducks staying high on shots on goal but can't finish. That's been the narrative the entire series. We'll see if they get a lucky bounce or something. Yeah, I know you meant Hart. It's all good, Rick. Or Randy. Not Rick, Randy. Sorry. Randy. McKinnon's a good pick as well. All right, got about 10 minutes to go here until the third period. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Anybody got any good plans tomorrow? McCarr the best, but Dolly might get it. McCarr had a pretty average year. For his standards, he had a pretty average year. If the Avs win, McKinnon wins. It's based off of the regular season, though. That's the thing. if the Avs win the cup, it doesn't impact the Hart voting. It's based off the regular season. They already have the award voted for fully. We know who the winners are. But they released the finalists over time, then they released them at the end of the year at the awards show. Which, what they should do is release them at the draft. They should release them at the draft. Between picks, you're like, the winner for the Hart Trophy. Sounds like a fun day, Christine. Protein bars are good eating breaks. I have a couple protein bars. I usually eat those in the morning during the Olympics. I was eating those in the morning. Yeah, it's only based off the regular season. Typically, though, from what I learned with the awards, is that a lot of them are based off of like whether or not you'll make the playoffs. People were shocked that Macklin Celebrini wasn't a Hart finalist. It was all dependent on him making the playoffs. If he didn't make the playoffs, he's not a nominee. If he made it, though, he probably could have won, to be honest. But I do think in a perfect world he should be a finalist. No problem, Randy. I think Anaheim's going to win. Agree with you on Celebrini Bros. McCarron. The Sharks on his back. Yeah, for sure. And they got another second overall pick to draft somebody else, too. Jack Armstrong's a good pick, too. I like him. What's my favorite store? Target. Target in the States. Those who live in Canada may not know what Target is, but Target's my favorite store. Anaheim will win, Bella. Egg bites from Starbucks? Ooh. I like Starbucks' grilled cheese. Oh, apparently it's PK Subban's birthday. Chocolate cake. Do I watch any other NHL streamers when I'm not streaming? So, not when I'm streaming. Typically, I don't like to watch anybody else. I used to, though. Not that I don't like to watch anybody else, but I don't. I used to really watch Hot Take Hockey or John. His channel got a ban. Sucks to see him get a ban. He got a ban during the Olympics. I watch the SDPN from time to time. I used to be an avid listener of their podcast, but kind of stopped recently. Just haven't had the time to listen to them. Trying to think. Used to watch Gravity. Here and there, he was good too. Really, none of those guys really go live that much anymore. I mean, the SDPN does their streams still. John will do his streams from time to time, but Tarjay, yeah. John was the man. Yeah, I love hot take hockey. Sadly has not been live that much anymore recently. I used to listen to him when I was younger. When I was like 13, 14 during the COVID years. He has a job now with the Brantford Bulldogs, I believe. He does stuff for them. He's been on like CBC and such. He's the man. He's awesome. He'll come into the streams every now and then. Get a chance to go through all those jerseys. See the rest. I'll be doing a jersey collection tour this offseason. Please try fried cucumber and cheese sandwich. That sounds interesting. Have I ever tried Philly cheesesteak? I've had cheesesteaks before. I'm not really a big cheesesteak guy. I like them homemade. Like homemade cheesesteak the best. All right, third period coming up in about 3.5 minutes or so. Stay tuned. Shots 26-17 in favor of Anaheim. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We're about 27 subs away from 6,800. Down to my last bottle of water here in this case. Will Anaheim win again? I think the Ducks are going to win. I think the Ducks are going to win the game tonight. 2-1. 2-1 is my prediction. Let me know your prediction, though. Will you go... Who will... Hang on. Let me restart. Hi, I'm Nordic. Who is going to score in the third period? Will Anaheim score to take a 2-1 lead? Will Vegas score to take a 2-1 lead? Or will there be no goals again? And we'll go to overtime. What do you think? Drop your picks down below. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it, brother. Nice nearby. Philly and not cheesesteaks. Not a huge cheesesteak guy. I'm not going to lie. It's not as big as you might think it is in, well, it is big here, but we're known for our cheesesteaks, but it's not as big of a thing as it is profiled to be sometimes. All right. Ducks will score. Okay. Vegas. I'm seeing a mix of two. Vegas 4-1. Ooh. All right. We are back. We are ready to get started here with period number 3 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Second period recap. There were no goals in that middle frame. We're still living off of the Pavel Dorofeev and Beckett Seneca goals. In period number 1, there has been nothing since. Taking a look at your stats through 40, shots are 26-17 in favor of Anaheim. Carter Hart's had to make plenty of saves here tonight. Face-off 61%. In favor of Las Vegas. Power plays, Golden Knights 1 for 1. Anaheim 1 for 2. No penalties in that period either. Hits are tied. 18-18. Even amount of hits tonight. And block shots are 10-5 in favor of the Golden Knights. Before we get into the third period, do a little bit of a goaltender check here. Lucas Dostal, 16 saves on 17 shots. He has a .941 save percentage. Carter Hart, with 25 saves on 26 shots, he has a remarkable .962 save percentage here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. I greatly appreciate it. Like the stream as well. We're at 59 likes. Would love to get to 100 here before the end of the commentary. And we are ready to get started here with period number 3 between the Ducks and the Knights. And we are underway. Face-off won by Vegas. They will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Carlson belly forward with Eichel. Pass in front. Broken up then by Anaheim. John Carlson, a cross-ice pass, will slide back down low to the Vegas end. Terry fighting now with Rasmus Anderson. In the corner, Dorofeev. Pass to Hannafin. Noah Hannafin will gain the line. He'll dump it down low. It's offsides at 19:33. Tomorrow, Colorado versus Minnesota, round 2, game 5. We'll be live for that game tomorrow. The Avalanche looking to win the series and advance to round 3. We will see if that becomes a reality. Howden will take the draw against Granlund. The face-off is a tie-up and one back then by Vegas. Hutton will clear it off the boards. A shot taken to the face by Mitch Marner. Hopefully he's okay. Anaheim will regroup now in the neutral zone. On the right side, Trouba. Chipped off the boards back into the Golden Knights end. Theodore. Up top. Lacombe. Clears it down low behind the net then for Theodore. Battling for it then is Washi. On the right side, Colton Sissons. Battling for this puck. Hutton will clear it all the way back to center. Puck will slide back into the Anaheim end. Jackson Lacombe. Chipped off the boards to center. Puck will slide back into the Golden Knights end. Hardoff doesn't have to play it. Coughlin trying to chip it to center. Hurdle. Pass ahead then for Sissons. Back to Saad. Saad fires it just wide of Dostal. Getting it back then, Johnston. Clears to center. VL will chip it down low. Shots 26-17 in favor of Anaheim. Anderson backhands it down low into the Anaheim zone. Olin Zellweger behind the net will chip it off the boards to center. Gauthier fighting with Sissons. Kolasar gets it back then for Vegas. Anaheim will bank it off the boards. Gauthier fighting with Theodore. Dowd into the zone fighting with Carlson. Cole Smith will dump it around behind the net then for Hutton. Kolasar down low into the corner now. Cleared off the board. Shea Theodore. In the corner, Dowd. Back to Eichel. Eichel up top. Theodore a shot. Saved by Dostal. Puck's in the crease. Cleared away. Knights keep it in though. Theodore up top. Back over to Kolasar. He'll wait for options. And the puck is slid back into the Golden Knights zone. He's got to shoot that puck. Oh, man. Jack Eichel through the neutral zone. Eichel carries it in. Shoots it. Saved by Dostal with the pad. On the right side, Anaheim trying to get it. Barbashev backhanded up top for Anderson. Anderson fires that one on and goes wide. Seneca ahead then for Granlund, who will backhand it down low. Rasmus Anderson now behind the net for Vegas. Carries it with speed through center. He'll get around the D, fires one on, saved by Dostal. Pass in front, broken up there. Ducks will take advantage. It's a 2-on-2. Terry with Kreider. Kreider, pass over is blocked. Behind the net then, Kreider battling for it. Puck will go up in the air. Anaheim trying to get it back on the right side. Terry to Trouba. On the right side, Lacombe shot. Saved by Hart. Hannafin for Barbashev. Vegas certainly needs a better period here. They struggled in period number 2 to get shots on. Off the boards, it's Cutter Gauthier through center. Cutter Gauthier. Up top, Howden. Chip to center then by the Golden Knights. Howden. Off the boards then for William Karlsson. Pass up top. It'll slide back to center. Coughlin. In the Vegas end. Off the boards for Marner. Marner waits at the point. Pass down low will go wide. Now Coughlin on the right side. Hurdle. Up top, Marner. To Theodore. Pass over is poke checked away. Coughlin dumps it down low. Golden Knights will recover. Shots now 27-20. On the right side, Anaheim will take this one back. They will bank it off the boards and back into the Vegas end for an icing of 15-18. Avs and Canadiens in the final. That seems like a fun final. I'd watch that. Well, I'll watch any final. Marner getting fixed up there by the Vegas trainer. Took a stick to the face and a puck to the face. He's taking a beating here in this period. Face-off won by Vegas. Hot and up top. Anderson a shot. Sibbo rebounds there. They score! Tomas Hertl. The puck trickles into the back of the net. And the Golden Knights have taken a 2-1 lead here in Game 5. They finally break through Lucas Dostal. Tomas Hertl with goals in back-to-back. And that is a massive goal for the Golden Knights. His second of the postseason from Brandon Saad and Rasmus Andersson. It trickles through Lucas Dostal. Golden Knights with a 2-1 lead here early in the third. 15 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for Anaheim to tie. But that is a big goal there for Vegas. Here's Zellweger taking it back in the Anaheim zone off the boards. Then Seneca will wrap it around. Try to clear it to center. Back down low then Dostal. Right side Zellweger to Trouba. Smith in the corner then for Dowd. Dowd trying to get this one free. Big hit there by Trouba down low. Anaheim trying to move it to center. Golden Knights. Stolen back by the Ducks. With speed is Alex Killorn up top then. Granlund waits, fires it. And that one goes off a Hart and out of play. 5.5 minutes gone in the third period. Tomas Hertl with the go-ahead goal. Anaheim had 17 shots in that second period. They've only been held to 1 so far. Face-off coming up here now. It's going to be in the Las Vegas end. Shots 27-20. Carter Hart with 26 saves on 27 shots tonight. Face-off won by Vegas. Theodore kind of fumbles the puck on the right side. Then Hannafin clears it all the way back into the Anaheim zone. Battling for on the right side. Carlson back over then for Barbashev. Taken back then by Anaheim. Terry into the zone. I don't know, Toby. It started a little bit later because of Montreal Buffalo. Shot on there, saved by Hart. Yeah, Dostal, that's not a great goal to allow. Will Ducks still win? I don't know. Golden Knights. Much more experienced team, that's for sure. Face off in the Golden Knights end. One back by Anaheim. Shot from Trouba's blocked. Up top, Gauthier. That one's blocked as well. Howden. Off the boards for William. Carlson gets around Gauthier. Carlson down low, trying to throw a pass. Up top. Anaheim will try and dump it away. Gauthier, right side breakaway. Here's Viel. Comes in. Saved by Carter Hart. Oh, that might have saved the game right there. Jackson Lacombe. Off the boards for Moore. Moore will dump it down low to the Vegas end. Hart plays it around. Will fire it behind the net. Then Seneca. Puck is cleared back to center. Olin Zellweger. Off the board, Seneca. Cross-ice pass to Killorn. Tried to get around the D there. Hutton gets it back then for Vegas. Ben Hutton over then for Brandon Saad. Saad battling for it on the right side. Sissons for Hurdle. What a move. Comes in. Broken up. Seneca in the Anaheim end. Back at Seneca. Moves it through center. Comes into the zone. Poke checked by Smith. Off the boards to center. Granlund into the zone. Battling for it alongside Ben Hutton. Granlund a shot. That one's blocked. Hutton off the boards. Kept in slightly by Anaheim. Banked off to center yet again. Through the neutral zone. Dowd takes it down low behind the net. Dowd for Smith. A shot deflected just wide. Troy Terry. About 8 minutes gone in the third. Huge hit down low there by Dowd. Golden Knights carried into the zone. Keegan Colasar banks it around behind the net then for Smith. Cole Smith fighting alongside Trouba. Colasar up top. Shot! Saved by Dostal. He'll cover up. Nearly didn't cover it though. Shots 29-23 in favor of Anaheim. Carter Hart has been a difference maker, and Tomas Hertl with the go-ahead goal. It's a 2-1 lead for Vegas here in the third period. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are about 25 subscribers away from 6,800. Your guys' support is very greatly appreciated. Ducks need a fluke goal like in the last game. Yeah. Seems like they do. We'll do a goaltender check here of the stats yet again super quickly. Lucas Dostal, 21 saves on 23 shots. He has a .913 save percentage. Yes, Andreas, this is the last period. Carter Hart, 28 saves on 29 shots, a .966. He has been awesome. Just crossed over the midnight mark here on the East Coast. Back here in Las Vegas. Tomas Hertl with the go-ahead goal. We got about 12 minutes, more or less, remaining here in period number 3 in regulation. Golden Knights lead the Ducks 2-1. Face off in the Anaheim end, won by the Knights. Coughlin waits, shoots it. It's blocked. Washi trying to clear to center. Dorofeev back down low to the corner. Lacombe fighting with Barbashev. Pass over then for Dorofeev. He'll take him on the net. Pass in front. Broken up by Anaheim. They'll carry it through center. Gauthier to center. VL will backhand it down low. Big hit at the line there. Puck is cleared back into the Anaheim zone. Jacob Trouba back then for the Ducks. Gauthier to Lacombe. Lacombe to Terry. Washi a shot. That one goes just wide of Hart. VL pass in front. And that one deflects away. Up top, Gauthier. And what a block. Another big block from the Golden Knights defense. This time it's Coughlin. Mitch Marner on the right side. Hanifin a shot. Saved by Dostal. Down low in the corner. Anaheim trying to regroup. Rasmus Anderson. Right side then. Granlund to Marner. Dekes in and could not convert. Howden. Cross ice pass. Up top then, Dorofeev. Trying to clear it down low. Up top, Carlson. Right side, Anderson. Waits. Forced behind the net. Pass in front. Cleared away there by Anaheim. Alex Killorn knocked down there by Marner. Approaching the halfway mark of the third period. Olin Zellweger. Ahead then for Carlson. Broken up by Hurdle. Hurdle to Sissons. And that one goes wide. Rebounds there. And taking a wrap around Assad. It's broken up by Anaheim. Chaos here on the rink. Kreider trying to bring it into the zone. Fighting with Theodore. It's an icing. Icing against Anaheim. Shots 29-25. Vegas starting to get some shots on goal here. That was a huge hit there by Ivan Barbashev. That's for sure. Face-off coming up here now. It's going to be in the Anaheim zone. Face-off is won by Anaheim. Ducks have it now in their own zone through center. Carlson a shot. That one goes wide. Leo Carlson behind the net then to Kreider. Pass is broken up there. Dorofeev gets it back then for Vegas. Anderson to Hannafin, who will dump it down low to the Duck zone. Eichel brings it up on the right side. He'll dump it down low. Anaheim poke checks it. Getting it back then with speed is VL. Broken up by Vegas. Theodore to Eichel. Dorofeev will backhand it down low. Dostal gives it back to Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe chips it off the boards. Anaheim brings it in. Cross ice pass. Carlson waits. Fires it. Saved by Hart. Rebound's cleared away. Troy Terry dumps it down low behind the net then. Ben Hunter gets it back for Vegas. He'll dump it down the other way. Smith fighting alongside Zellweger. Grabbed back by Dowd down low. Washi fighting with Kolasar. Up top, Hannafin. He'll dump it around behind the net then for Dowd. 9 minutes gone in the third. Golden Knights carry it back in. Anderson will dump it behind the Anaheim net. Shots are a whopping 30-25. Trouba. Cross ice pass. Killorn carries it into the zone. He'll circle back around. Seneca moves it now behind the net. Trying to throw a pass in front. Back at Seneca. Fires it. That one goes wide. Trouba banks it off the boards. Down low to the corner. Lacombe. Pass in front. Will go through the crease of Hart. Howden trying to poke check that one ahead. William Karlsson back then for Vegas. Mitch Marner gets it back for the Golden Knights yet again. Into the zone. Hurdle. Knocked off by Moore. Saw it behind the net. Pass over then. Down low for Theodore. Pass in front. Right in the crease. It's right on the line. What a save by Dostal. Two more golden opportunities there for Vegas, but they are unable to convert. Here's Lacombe. Into the zone up top. Seneca off the post. Oh my goodness. Beckett Seneca nearly tied the game. Trouba in the Anaheim end. Shots are 30-27. Into the zone. Gauthier up top. Coming in then. Pass over in front. Kreider could not convert. Up top. Zellweger looks for options. Fires it. That one is blocked. Vegas will dump it down the other way. Dorofeev racing for it with speed. Zellweger will get there first. Poke checking it off the boards now. Gauthier. Pass to center. Leo Carlson with some room. Shoots it into the chest of Carter Hart. Carter Hart looking like a beast here tonight. 6:42 to go in the third period. It's a 2-1 lead for the Vegas Golden Knights. Sorry. Got a bit of a cough tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are 23 subs away from 6,800. Hit that like button as well. We're at 70 likes on the commentary. We are nearing the wire here in this one. Shots 31-27. Carter Hart having himself a hell of a performance tonight. He's been absolutely remarkable here for the Vegas Golden Knights in these playoffs and in this series especially. Golden Knights are just under 7 minutes away from taking a 3-2 series lead and a chance to move on to the conference finals on Thursday. Don't forget, we'll be live again tomorrow for Game 5 of Avalanche versus Wild. It's the only game on the commentary schedule on Wednesday or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up here soon. Second round is almost done, guys. By the end of this week, it may be done. All right, back here in Las Vegas. It's a 2-1 lead for the Vegas Golden Knights here late in this third period. Face-off here in the Vegas end is won back by the Ducks. Up top, Lacombe to Trouba. Trouba shoots it. That one's blocked. Golden Knights will attempt to clear to center. They will do so successfully. Jackson Lacombe picks it back up in the Anaheim zone. Lacombe off the boards and back into the Vegas end. They're racing for it. Washi gets to it first in the corner, fighting with Theodore. McTavish off the boards then for Lacombe. Lacombe to Gauthier. Fired it wide on Hart. Rebounds there. Denied as well. Wraparound chance. It was in the crease. What a play by Theodore. McTavish up top. On the right side, Gauthier to Lacombe. Shot on. Goes through the crease of Hart again. Trouba a shot. And he fanned on it. Vegas will take advantage. What a play by Trouba to keep that one at bay. On the right side, I'll try and dump it down low. It's intercepted by Vegas. Shea Theodore. Now in the Golden Knights end. On the right side, Theodore will move it through center. Shots are 33-27. Good Lord. John Carlson. Off the boards, a whistle blown dead for an offsides against Vegas. We're going to step aside yet again. 5:29 to go in the third. 2-1 lead for the Golden Knights. Yep, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomas Hertl from Brandon Saad and Rasmus Anderson. Makes it 2-1. Love and hate the schedule. The Canes had the sweep so early. Going to be a long week. Yeah. It's a little bit annoying because they really should have started that second round series when all of the first round series were done. But this may have been the way it would have went anyway. Obviously, no matter what, you're going to be waiting if you swept. But at least it would be a little bit less if they actually started the series around the same time. Shots 32-27. Who do I got winning? I had Anaheim winning, but I think Vegas is going to pull it off. We'll see, though. I've been wrong before. We shall see. All right, back here in Las Vegas. Face-off outside of the Anaheim zone. 5.5 minutes to go here in period number 3. Golden Knights lead 2-1. Zellweger to Carlson. Cleared all the way back into the Vegas end. That's an icing at 5:14. Of course, it skips a number. Coming down the crunch time, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're 22 subs away from 6,800. All right, face-off coming up here now. It's going to be in the Anaheim end. Will the Knights add some insurance? We'll find out. Carlson versus Granlund. Referee will not drop the puck. Face-off. Won by Vegas. Shot on by Marner off the post. Right off the draw. Marner nearly made it a 3-1 game. Killorn. Cross-ice pass. Into the zone. Zellweger will chip it down low. Anaheim battling forward. It's John Carlson down low. Up top, Zellweger, pass down low. Carlson, gloved by Carter Hart. Are you kidding me? That's a phenomenal look for John Carlson on that play. All right, face-off coming up here in the Las Vegas end. Carter Hart up to 32 saves on 33 shots. He's rocking a .970 save percentage. Face-off won by Vegas. Anderson will try and clear. Anaheim keeps it into the line. On the right side, Dorofeev thrown back to center. Leo Carlson back then for the Ducks. Here's Trouba. Moving it through the neutral zone to Terry. Keegan Colasar. Dumps it down low. Smith. Behind the net then for Dowd. If it's a tie, it'll go to overtime. I'll explain more if we get there. Here's Terry. Battling for it then with Colasar. Jacob Trouba gets it back then for Anaheim. Yeah, we'll be live for the World Championships. Trouba. Back to Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier in the defensive zone for Anaheim. Chips it back down low to the Vegas end. That will not be an icing. Hutton versus, I believe that's Viel down low in the corner. Washi gets it free up top. Carlson, cross-ice pass. Shot from Zellweger, deflects wide. Here's Cutter. Trying to throw a pass over. It's broken up. Vegas will chip this puck back to Sen, maybe? No, it stays in. Here's Viel. Right side, Gauthier. He fumbled the puck. Ducks recover. McTavish up top. And that one goes wide there of Hart. On the right side, Zellweger to Gauthier. Coming down to the 3-minute mark. Keep an eye out for Dostal. Gauthier up top. Zellweger denied. They score! Olin Zellweger in the final 3 minutes. We are tied. 3:04 left to go in the third period. Olin Zellweger. I don't know why I thought Carter Hart had that. The Anaheim Ducks have tied the game. Zellweger, his first career goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs from Gauthier and McTavish. Multi-point game for Cutter Gauthier. Fired it bar down top corner on Carter Hart. What a stop. Face-off won by Vegas. Rasmus Andersson will dump it down low. That'll be an icing against the Golden Knights. We will count down to the final buzzer here in this third period. We'll see if we get there. Man, Orange County's going nuts. Anaheim has tied the hockey game. Face-off coming up in the Vegas end. We're not there yet, Douglas. We're not there yet. Face-off is won back by Anaheim. Up top, Trouba, shot. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. Cleared away by the Knights. Here they come the other way. It's Barbashev with speed. Gets around the D. Broken up as it slides back down low. They want a penalty. They will not get one. Gauthier. Cross-ice pass on the right side. Golden Knights take it back. Anaheim will now move it to center. McTavish. Into the zone for Gauthier. Gauthier to McTavish. Mason McTavish behind the net. Eichel. Off the boards. Dorofeev attempts to get it to center. Held it on the right side for Dorofeev. Knights moving through center. Poke checked. Away by Anaheim. Gauthier will dump it down low to his own zone. 2 minutes to go in the third period. John Carlson chipped off the boards and back in on Hart. He'll make the save. Golden Knights will move it ahead. Carlson. Backhanded then by Howden to Granlund. Mikael Granlund. Right side for Trouba. Backhanded down low into the Vegas end. Final 2 minutes of play. Kolasar. Through the neutral zone. He'll dump it down low into the Anaheim end. Trouba. Right side for Lacombe. Off the boards to Dowd. Dowd fighting with Washi. Golden Knights getting it free, or at least they try to. Puck will slide in on Dostal. With 1:21, he'll make the save. Some pushing and shoving here between the two teams. Olen Zellweger ties the game with 81 seconds to go here in regulation. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We're 22 subs away from 6,800. Face-off coming up now in the Anaheim end. It is won back by Vegas. Dorofeev trying to get a shot on there. Up top, Hanifin fires it wide. Approaching the final minute of play in regulation. Here's Smith in the corner. Jack Eichel getting it back. Behind the net then, Trouba to Washi. Jackson Lacombe trying to get it back. He'll dump it down the other way, or at least he'll try to. Barbashev gets it back then for Vegas. Off the boards, Jackson Lacombe. Plays the puck back into the Golden Knights end. 45 seconds remaining. Thank you, Bob. Puck is cleared back into the Anaheim zone. Zellweger will get it back. Off the boards to John Carlson. Cleared to center. Golden Knights get it back. It's Howden who dumps it down low, or at least he tries to. Back over then Leo Carlson. To John Carlson. Ahead then for Gauthier. Gauthier gets around the D. Try to take it down low there. Less than 20 to go. Cross-ice pass through the crease. Puck will slide back to center. Lacombe. Back to Gauthier who dumps it down low. 10 seconds left. Golden Knights will get it. Coughlin will try and clear. He will do so. And we are headed to overtime here in Las Vegas. End of regulation here in Anaheim. 2 goals scored in that period from Hertl and Zellweger. Both of the goalies have been remarkable here in this game tonight. 60 minutes was not enough. We will get overtime here from Vegas. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. The countdown to overtime is down below. Third overtime here in this second round series. Got a little bit of intermission time here. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. I had to use the bathroom super quickly. We got overtime coming up here. In just a moment. Tomas Hertl and Dolan Zellweger make it a 2-2 hockey game here after 60 minutes of play. Shots are 36-27. Do a check on the goaltender stats. Lucas Dostal, 25 saves on 27 shots. He has a .926 tonight. Carter Hart, 34 saves on 36 shots, is a .944. I think the Ducks are going to win this one still. I'm picking Anaheim. I'm picking Anaheim to get it done. Game 6 is on Thursday. It'll be at 9:30. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up here soon. I'm picking the Ducks to win. Drop your picks in the comment section. Who's going to win this overtime? Will it be Anaheim? Will it be Vegas? Drop your picks down below. All right. Update the all-time stat sheet super quickly here. I can feel my voice starting to deplete itself. Tomas Hertl, 8th goal in a commentary. Dumb question. Bet that the other team will win 3-2. Says you lost both your bets. Did you say they would win in regulation? I don't know. I'm not a betting guy. I don't really know how the betting apps work, to be honest. Vegas in second overtime? Oh, my God. Knights should have a power play. They will not, though. I know that call at the end was controversial. They will not have a power play at the end of it, though. Which sucks. I do agree. It doesn't exactly look like a great call by the referee. But, oh well. Olin Zellweger, third goal in a commentary. He does have an overtime winner in a live commentary.
Some people say Fox Chase Cancer Center is where you go when you have cancer. But for me, it's about communication, trust, and cancer. Fox Chase is the premier cancer center in Philadelphia. We are Philly proud and Philly strong. We've been at the forefront, fighting to cure cancer for over a century, bringing together the best minds in science and medicine.
All right.
Deliver exceptional cancer care and innovative treatments. Because that's how we conquer cancer. Together.
Thank you all for tuning in. Just taking a deep breath here for a moment. Resting the voice. Feeling a little bit tired. Don't know about you guys. I certainly am.
Get as low as 1.9% APR financing on a new Subaru Hybrid.
Welcome back to the Subway Overtime Intermission Report. Toughness isn't just measured in bruises and broken bones.
All right, still got about 10 minutes to go till the start of overtime. Probably less than that, probably around what this clock says. Let's go, Ducks. Watching from San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. Nice. Told you to be doing OT tonight. You did. That's right.
Montreal Buffalo has been the best team by far of the 4 second-round series. Center field was rocking in Montreal. Lindy Ruff says, winning UPL. With the technique. Lazarus did play great 1-1.
Am I done with my classes, Nordic? I have a final on Wednesday and a final on Friday. And then I'm done. My finals are evenly spread out, which I love. Sabres beat the Habs. That series is tied at 2.
I think just keeping our composure. I think, the game before, we let our emotions get the better of us. Would have been easy to do the same thing the way this game started, scoring early and then having one taken back. But I thought we did a great job. We regrouped after the first. Came out. I thought we played a really good second. Kill was really good for us. Ubi played unbelievable for us tonight. 5-on-5, I thought we wore him down. We just got to stay out of the box. Just shooting ourselves in the foot.
Zach Benson has said he wants to be a villain in all 31 arenas. How does he like being the villain here at the Bell Center?
Loves it, and we love it. He's one of those guys that you probably hate playing against, but love on your team. He's just a competitor. He lives for these games, and he's been unbelievable for us. was a big reason, getting the game winner there.
You had the game-tying goal. I don't know if it's going to go on your highlight reel. Like, it was a weird bounce. Did you notice that?
Anaheim is a city, yep.
No, just couldn't get in.
Which subjects? Geology class and a cultural anthropology exam. Sorry, I was taking a look at my phone. Oh, man. Need like a boost. Catch my second wind.
Tied at 2 now. What should fans expect the rest of the series?
Yeah, I mean, I think two really good teams play similar style hockey. I think first two games in the series, I think we opened it up a little bit too much, trading chances. I think, tonight was a way better complete game for us. Still things we can do better, but, tighten it up defensively, not give them as many opportunities 5-on-5, keep them out off the power play.
When do I find time to study? I don't. No, I'm kidding. Usually before streams and such.
Goals kept us in two. Our start was not good, but I feel like after the goal disallowed, the challenge, I felt like we
Anaheim is a city. Disneyland has it arranged, so it functions like its own independent nation. Yeah. Yeah, the referees have been interesting tonight. That's for sure. The winner of this game tonight will take a 3-2 series lead and have a chance to win it back in Anaheim in Game 6. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. Who is winning this from here? I think Anaheim's going to win. I still think Anaheim's going to take it. All right. Coming down to the wire. Drop your overtime picks. Who will score the overtime goal? Which player will score the overtime winner? You can give me two players, one from each team. Who do you think? Oh, man. Drop your player picks. Who do you think is going to win this one? I'm going to go Brandon Saad for Vegas. Beckett Seneca for Anaheim. I think Seneca gets another one. All right. Overtime coming up here now in just a moment. Got about 3 minutes till the overtime frame is underway. Howden or Killorn, okay. Mitch Marner, all right. Howden or McTavish. Some good picks. Brett Howden loves to score in overtimes. All right. Overtime frame coming up here in just a moment. Or now. All righty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of overtime here between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. Third period recap. Goals were scored by Tomas Hertl and Olin Zellweger making it a 2-2 hockey game here after 60 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 60. Shots are 36-27 in favor of Anaheim. Faceoffs 54% in favor of Vegas. Power plays, Anaheim 1 for 2, Vegas 1 for 1. Hits are 27-26 in favor of the Golden Knights. And block shots are 17-7 in favor of Vegas as well. We'll do a goaltender check here before we get things started here in this overtime frame. Lucas Dostal, 25 saves on 27 shots. He has a .926 save percentage tonight. On the other side, Carter Hart, 34 saves on 36 shots. He has a .944 save percentage. Both of the goalies have been phenomenal. We will see who comes out of this one. The winner of this game will take a 3-2 series lead, heading back to Anaheim for Game 6. Overtime here from Vegas, and we are underway. In the Anaheim zone, Olin Zellweger, who tied the game up at 2, tries to play it through center. Zellweger off the boards then for John Carlson. Cleared all the way back into the Las Vegas zone. And that'll be an icing in 1941. Nervous about this moment? Yeah. Yeah, this is a massive Game 5. The winner of this series will have 2 opportunities to advance. And they'll probably be playing the Avalanche. Face-off in the Anaheim end. Carlson versus Carlson. Ironically enough. Here's Marner. Up top, Hannafin fires it into the chest of Dostal. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, CMOS, with the, there's a little bit of a delay on my end with the stream that I can't control. Face off in the Anaheim end. It's a tie-up. Ducks will win it. Trouba off the boards on the right side. Then Anaheim will dump it around behind the net then to Marner. Marner fighting with Lacombe. Ducks will get it back. Here they come through center. VL clears it in there just wide of Hart. Lacombe off the boards to Washi. Washi battling for it on the right side. Then VL gets it back for Anaheim. Held against the boards by Howden. Johnston off the boards to Lacombe. Lacombe behind the net then for Johnston. Wyatt Johnston kind of being cross-checked off that puck a little bit. VL up top to Lacombe. Cross-ice pass. Shut on. Goes wide there of Hart. Rasmus Anderson gets it back then for Vegas. Anderson to Hannafin. Chipped all the way back into the Anaheim zone. Jackson Lacombe for the Ducks. Pass ahead then for Gauthier. Granlund trying to throw a pass in front. Clears it off the boards then. Stolen back by Barbashev, who will throw a cross-ice pass to center. Barbashev into the zone for Eichel. Eichel down low and broken up there was Barbashev by Killorn. Mitchukov battling for it alongside Barbashev. Killorn now down low in the corner. Granlund trying to get it back then for Anaheim. Ducks will dump it to center. Seneca knocks down Theodore. He'll recover with the puck. Shea Theodore, long stretch up the Kolasar. Kolasar fighting with Zellweger. Keegan Kolasar, pass up to Marner, and he fires it wide. On the right side, Smith. Down low in the corner then for Kolasar. Thank God he didn't score because that was not Marner. That was not Marner at all. Smith to Kolasar. On the right side then, Ian Moore. Ahead then, Carlson to McTavish. He'll backhand it down low to the Vegas end. Coughlin. Off the boards, Anaheim dumps it down low. Carlson to Gauthier, fires it. Trouba behind the net then for Theodore. Grabbed back by Seneca. Smith will bank it back into the Anaheim zone. It's kind of back and forth action these last few moments. Anaheim trying to chip it down low to the Vegas end. Carter Hart for Noah Hannafin. Cleared off the boards. Hannafin back over then. Here come the Knights. It's Saad. 3-on-2. Anderson gets around the D. Pass on. Denied by Dostal. Rebounds there. And cleared away by Anaheim. Here's Killorn. Ahead then for Granlund. Granlund through the zone then for Seneca. He tried to get around Hurdle. It was broken up there by Hannafin. Noah Hannafin now in the Vegas end. Dumps it down low to the Duck zone. This will not be an icing. John Carlson carries it through center. Cross ice pass. Through the neutral zone. Zellweger off the boards. Vegas will dump it down low. John Carlson then back in the Anaheim end. Pass up top. Shut on. Save there by Dostal. Rebound is cleared away. Kreider battling forward with Dorofeev. Eichel steals it back. Down low, pass over. It's right there. They score! Pavel Dorofeev, overtime winner. And the Golden Knights win 3-2 and lead the series 3-2. The Golden Knights win yet again at home. They push the Anaheim Ducks to the brink. Pavel Dorofeev from Jack Eichel. His first overtime goal in a live commentary stream. It's his first career playoff overtime goal for Pavel Dorofeev. And now with that, they push Anaheim to the brink. It's a do-or-die Game 7. A win, or do-or-die Game 6. A win for Vegas on Thursday will send them to the third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. All right. That was a phenomenal game. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Pavel Dorofeev becomes the 30th player all time to score an overtime goal in a live commentary stream. That'll do it for me tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. We are going to be live tomorrow. Game 5, Avalanche Wild. And that may be Vegas/Anaheim's opponent tomorrow. Colorado, if they can get the win. We shall see. That'll do it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys on Thursday for Game 6. And as well as that too, in the next stream.